All right, let's talk about something called the spike method. It's this really cool idea, a powerful strategy for making yourself stand out by getting really, really good at something unique.
But before we dive in, let me ask you something and be honest. Take a look at your resume or your LinkedIn profile. Does it kind of look like everyone else's? Good grades? Check. A few clubs? Check. Some volunteer work? Check. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you are definitely not alone. You see, for years, what have we all been told? Be well-rounded, right? But here's the thing. In a world that is just packed with talented, well-rounded people, that advice, it might actually be the very thing that's making you invisible. So let's break this down. On one hand, you've got the classic well-rounded ideal. Solid grades, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. The big problem? Thousands, and I mean thousands of other applicants have that exact same profile. But then, look at the alternative, the spiky candidate. The good grades are still there, that's the foundation. But on top of that, there's this one single deep area of expertise. That's the spike. That's what gets you noticed. Okay, so what in the world is a spike anyway? It's way more than just a hobby, trust me. Think of it as a super strategic way to build your own personal brand, your career. Let's really dig in. Okay, so here's the definition. A spike is a deep, and this is crucial, a demonstrable expertise in one single area. The magic formula here is the combination of obscure but useful. So it's something that most people have never even heard of, but the second you explain it, they go, whoa, that actually solves a real problem. It creates real value. Let me give you a brilliant example. They call it medical Tetris. Just picture this. Someone gets totally obsessed with optimizing how a hospital works. The flow of patients, the scheduling of rooms, where all the equipment is. It's like a giant real-life puzzle. They dive deep into scheduling algorithms, workflow problems, all of it. Now, that is not just some quirky interest, is it? No way. It's an insanely valuable skill that could literally save a hospital millions and make things way better for patients. It's memorable and it's useful. That's a spike. Or what about this? Cleaning lore. I love this one. This is someone who doesn't just, tidy up. They go way deeper. They're obsessed with the chemistry of soap, the physics of getting a stain out, the tiny little microbes living on your countertop. Think about it. This person could become a consultant for big cleaning product companies, start a wildly popular blog, or even invent new eco-friendly cleaning methods. It's a perfect example of taking something that seems totally mundane and turning it into a unique and powerful expertise. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, all right, I'm in. This spiky thing sounds awesome. But how do you actually build one? Well, the good news is the process is probably way more straightforward than you think. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. Step 1, identify an interest. Find something that genuinely fascinates you, especially if it's a little weird, a little niche. Step 2, immerse yourself. Go all in. Read everything, talk to the experts, play around with it. Your goal is to go deeper than anyone else and become the person for that topic. And finally, step 3, showcase it. You can't be a secret expert. You've got to start a project, write about it, give a little talk, whatever it takes to make your amazing knowledge visible to the world. But why bother? Why go through all this trouble? Because the real true power of having a spike is how it completely changes the way people see you. It's a total game changer. Here's the breakdown of why this works so well. First off, it makes you unforgettable. Seriously, an interviewer might meet 10 perfectly fine, well-rounded candidates and forget them all by lunch. But are they going to forget the medical Tetris expert? No way. Second, it screams genuine passion, and you just can't teach that. It shows you're self-motivated. Third, you can create value out of thin air, connecting your weird, obscure knowledge to problems in ways nobody else even thought of. And finally, it shows you can focus, you can go deep, you can achieve mastery. And that is a skill everyone is looking for. Just look at the difference in impact here. Your typical well-rounded candidate, yeah, they make a solid impression. It's fine, but it's not memorable. The spiky candidate, though, that creates a high-impact meeting. You stop being just another name on a spreadsheet and you become a story. The whole conversation changes. It's no longer, so do you have the required skills? Instead, it's, whoa, tell me more about that. Okay, so as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all back to you. We've busted the myth of being well-rounded, and we've talked about the incredible power of developing a unique spike. Now, it's your turn to think about this. Look, the world already has plenty of generalists. So I'll leave you with this question.
What's the one weird, fascinating, and genuinely useful thing that you could be the absolute best at? Whatever that is, that's your spike. And honestly, it just might be the single most important key to making your mark on the world.